So I need to restart again.
Yeah, I forgot to record it, my bad.
Okay.
Oh, which one is yours again? This one? Mercury?
No. That's it.
This one?
No. Okay.
It's faster, just got to
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, it's okay. Never mind. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Vincent, and today I'm going to talk about how stress affects university students. And for this project, my group members, Lawrence, Ray, Nan, Jamison, and I conduct our own survey to better understand the stress experienced by university at University. Yeah. In this presentation, I will introduce why we choose this topic, the background of the study, our research method, the survey results, and finally our discussion and conclusion. We hope this research can help people better understand student stress and possible ways to improve student support. So first, let's talk about the motivation of our study. My group members and I choose this topic because stress is very common among university students today. Besides academic pressure, many students are also worried about their future careers and employment opportunities. From previous studies, we found that career stress may sometimes be even more serious than regular coursework stress. And we also noticed that many students reduce stress through entertainment, such as gaming, watching video, or using social media. Although these activities may help temporarily, they often do not solve the real problem. Because of this, we wanted to investigate what causes the most stress for students, and how stress affects their daily life, and what coping methods they usually use. We believe this topic will be meaningful because understanding student stress can help universities provide better support systems. Okay. Now I will introduce the background of the study. Previous research showed that Taiwanese university students are highly concerned about future career issues. In some cases, career anxiety causes even more stress than daily classes or exams. The study also discussed two kinds of coping strategies. The first is active coping. This means directly solving a problem, such as making plans, asking for advice, or improving skills. The second is avoidance coping. This means trying to escape from the problem by ignoring it or distracting oneself with entertainment. Another important issue is the health-seeking barrier. Some students feel embarrassed or ashamed to visit counselors or support centers. Because of this stigma, students may avoid professional help even when they are under stress. Based on these ideas, the researchers expected that students will worry most about future jobs and will prefer entertainment, social media, or games over counseling services. Next, I will explain our research method and design. For this study, my group members and I created a Google Online survey. We collected response from 50 Rensselaer University students from different departments. The survey included several sections: the background information, stress and health symptoms, and coping methods. We used a 5-point Likert scale, where 1 means strongly disagree and 5 means strongly agree. The survey was voluntary and anonymous, and we distributed it through campus network and social media platforms. Most participants were undergraduate students between 18 and 20 years old, and many were from the electrical and computer engineering department. After correcting the response, we used discrete status and mean score comparison to analyze stress source, sleep quality, symptoms, and coping behaviors. Now, let's look at the results. The first major finding was the future career anxiety was the biggest source of stress. It had the highest mean score of 3.82. This shows that students are more worried about their future career than about daily academic tasks. And about 66% of students went to bed after 1 a.m. Although students may still sleep for several hours, their sleep usually was sometimes poor. The study suggests that stress affects not only mental health but also physical health and daily routines. The study continues the survey results. Most students describe their sleep quality as only generally acceptable rather than good. Interestingly, 56% of students still sleep around 7 to 8 hours per night. However, the quality of sleep was not good, which means stress may still affect recovery and energy levels. The survey also shows several common symptoms. Irritability had a mean score of 3.6, and lack of energy has a mean score of 3.52. Another important finding is the coping gap. Such as entertainment-based coping, using phones, watching videos, or gaming had a high mean score of 3.76. In comparison, seeking professional help had a much lower mean score of only 2.34. This means students are far more likely to use entertainment than counseling or sports devices when they feel stressed. Now I will discuss the meaning of these findings. First, career anxiety clearly dominates student stress. Students worry more about long-term career direction and future employment than immediate school assignment. Second, stress is affecting students physically. Poor sleep quality, late sleeping habits, irritability, and fatigue all suggest that mental stress influences daily health. Third, many students choose avoidance coping instead of active support. Phones, games, and entertainment can provide short-term comfort, but they do not solve the deeper issue for career uncertainty. The main discussion point is that the problem is not only stress itself. The deeper issue is that students' coping methods often do not match the real source of stress. Because of this mismatch, stress may continue for a long time without being properly addressed. Finally, based on the results of our survey, we found that future career anxiety is the biggest source of stress for many university students. The stress is also connected to poor sleep quality, fatigue, irritability, and avoidance-based coping behaviors. From this project, my group members and I learned that universities should strengthen both career support and mental health support for students. Thank you for listening, and now is the Q&A time.
Thank you. You guys can now start raising questions. Okay.
I am Jamison from ECE. How would you deal with stress?
Hello, Jamison. I'm glad to answer your question. And for me, my method to reduce my stress is maybe go to exercise because I like to play basketball, but just like I just say, we must to solve some problem like be familiar with the future job. So maybe I will go to watch some YouTube video and knowing the jobs. Yeah.
Answer your question. Okay.
Hello, I'm Benji from electrical engineering, and I'm wondering that what's make you most stress in your daily life?
Yeah, Benji. Hello, Benji. And for me, the most thing that maybe the most stressful thing is I think it's also the future career anxiety. Yeah, because we don't really know the real job is what to do. Yeah.
I'm Harry from ECE. So, like, what future research can be done on this topic? Like, what further research can be done?
Hello, Harry. And your question is how we can give more research about this one. I think it is the correct way to reduce that maybe the student stress, and the most effective way to make sure that students can know the future job is what to do.
Any more questions?
Hello, I'm Benjamin, and I want to ask, do you think the stress is positive for student or negative? Okay.
Hello, Benjamin. I think stress can be both positive and negative. Like maybe when you when you have an exam, the stress may make you more want to study, and sometimes it could be negative, like some students, they may have the family stress and make them not that want to study. Yeah.
Any more questions?
Hi, my name is Jenny from ECE. So I want to ask, why do you think students prefer entertainment instead of counseling?
Hello, Jenny. Sorry, can you repeat again?
Why do you think students prefer entertainment instead of counseling?
I think because why students prefer the entertainment, because it's easier and much more fast, and we maybe really to solve the mental problem. So it's a short term, not a long term. So I think that's the reason why the students prefer entertainment to reduce the stress.
Okay, thank you. So now I'll start with the next speaker. Welcome, Hauser Chen Haoze.
Hi everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Hauser. Today I'm happy to share our research. The topic is salary expectations and career planning in Xuanzi University student. In Taiwan, the technology industry is very important. As electric engineer student, my team, Iris, Johnny, and Benjamin, and Paul, and I, we are we want to know how many money we can earn in the future. So we start the survey. First, why we do this study? We want to know 3 things about electrical engineer student. The first is their salary expectations, and the second is their career plans, and the final is their plan for further study. And how do we do it? We use Google Form to collect answer, and we focus on 4 key points. Is expect money, salary, and prefer working hours, and academic performance, and plan to study. We have 4 hypotheses before we start. The first, we guess the student expected salary will be higher than the real market. Second, we found students with better grade who want higher pay. Third, we believe students who are willing to work longer hours who expect more money. And final, the students who plan to go abroad who expect the highest salary. Then we got 41 different people answer. There are about 70% were male and 25% for female. Most of them were between 18 to 20 years old. And this bar chart shows the most students of them want to work 8 to 9 hours a day. This is a normal standard. But we found something interesting. Some students want to very high salary, so they can work over 10 hours. Then this picture is grade and expect salary. For example, the student with grade between 60 and 70, their expect salary is about maybe 40,000 NT dollar. And some students who have a grade with 90 to 100, they want the salary maybe over 60,000 NT dollar, even to 80,000 NT dollar. Next, we look at the student who work abroad. This pie chart is for their money expectation is very high. Almost 40% student they want maybe 50,000 NT dollars, and they have 20% student they want their salary over 90,000 NT dollars. And next pie chart is the student plan to work in Taiwan. The many students expect salary between 30,000 to 50 NT dollars. Yes, also a small group still want to over 90,000, but overall, students stay in Taiwan are more realistic. They know what local plan usually pay for entry-level jobs. So why do students expect high salary? We found the three main reasons. The first is the market gap. There is a difference between the real market and the student dream. The second is grade effect. Students think good grades mean they were worth more money. The final is abroad bonus. Students think move to another country means higher salary. Let's simulate our core finding. In short, most students expect more money than the market extra pay. We prove the student want more pay if they work longer hours, have better grades, or want to go abroad. Our survey data clearly support our first suggestion. And what do these results mean? For companies, it means they need to expand their staff salary to attract students. For our university, we need to connect students with real company more often, so we can know the true job market. We know our study have some limit, we have only 41% people answered. This is a very small number. And we only just ask the student who live in Yuanzhi. So for next step, it would be great to do a follow-up study. We want to finally send 41 students after they graduate and get a job. We can compare their real salary with expected salary from this survey. It will tell us whether their dream come true. And here is my reference for study. Thank you for your listening.
Thank you. Okay, you go first.
Okay. Hello, I'm Paul from ECE, and I want to know whether you will stay in Taiwan or go abroad to work. Thank you.
I think I will work in Taiwan because my English is not very well, and I love the culture in here. Thank you.
My name is Benji from Electrical Engineer, and can you go back to the fourth page? Yeah, I want to know. I want to know why the male and the female plus like is equal to like 94.4.
Because some people they don't tell me his gender or her gender or her gender, his gender maybe is gay like Benji. Also they don't talk to me.
So my name is Anchi from IBPECE. My question is, what do you think is the most common factor that influences the IBPECE students' salary expectation?
Please say again, Kate.
What do you think is the most common factor that influences us IBPECE students' salary expectation?
Sorry, I don't know.
I'm Harish from EC department, and do you think students' salary expectations are realistic compared to Taiwan's job market?
I think the salary in Taiwan is not very high in this industry, but maybe you work in 5 years later, your salary will be maybe can double.
One more question.
I'm Harry from ECE. So I have a very simple question. What inspired you to choose this research topic?
I want to know everyone. I just want to know everyone's expect salary in this.
You talk about, Jonathan, Mike, you talk about the current entry salary typical for electrical engineers in Taiwan. What is it? You never mentioned what the salary is. What is the typical entry salary for a Taiwanese person? What is the average entry salary for a Taiwanese person? What is the average entry salary?
Please.
That's expected salary. What is the real salary?
I don't know. real salary.
Okay. Because you argue very much that.
Or maybe 40,000 NT dollar.
Okay, thank you for your speech. Next, I would like to welcome Eddie Wang Wenxuan.
Hello everyone, my name is Adi and my topic is people who earn the higher salaries usually have higher levels of education. And I want to explore the relationship between the educational attainment and learnings. And our research aims to delve into how your investment in time and money for education ultimately translate into financial returns. And isn't just important for our personal choice in major, but also holds significant implication for broader educational policies. And this page is my outline of the talk, and I will start with the introduction, and I will talk about the overview and discussing why education and the salary are such important topics. And then I will talk about the theories and with some real world data. And after that, I will talk about how did I conducted this survey and this research, and including our survey design and our participants. And of course, the next one is the most important part is the results of my research. And I will also share some interesting discoveries from those questions. And finally, I will conclusion and discuss the further research direction, like the next step we can do. This page is the introduction, and we have a main idea that people with more school and usually get a higher pay. And I think education has been considered a key factor influence our economy in the future. And when it comes to the education and the salary, most people feel like the more you study and the more you will earn. And this is actually the main idea I want to discuss today. And I think there are two reasons. One is like your knowledge and skills you gain from the education and from the course you learn from the college, and they will make you more effective at your work. And so the employers are willing to pay you more. And I think that the other one is like your degree is telling your boss or your employers that you are the smart and you are capable for this job, and it will making them more likely to hire you. And I think that both reasons have the same point. Higher education usually leads to the higher earnings. So I want to talk about why this research is very important. I think it is reflected in the multiple aspects. Like it's actually very important for all of us. Like when we choosing a major or deciding whether to continue study, a big decision that impact how much money you will earn in the future. So if we have clear information, and everyone can make better choice. And for the society, for the government, I think they spend lots of money in the education every year, and I think it's crucial for them to know if that money is well spent and how to maximize its effectiveness. And for the research, we also observe an interesting thing. Like many people start college, but they don't complete their degrees. And this will become a key idea. So our research goal is to explore the relationship between your satisfaction with your major and your further earning potential. And for this page, we have this chart, and I think it's a real data. So we can see in the high school, if you just have a high school degree and your salary is roughly 45,000 a month, and if you have a college degree and your salary is higher than a high school, so roughly 75,000 a month. And if you have a master degree, you will earn the 95,000 a month. So the career tells us that the education attainment is directly related to your salary. And in the last page, we talk about the link between education and earnings, and we can ignore an important factor is academic persistence. I think dropping out is a major barrier to attaining a high salary, and it will threaten their chance of earning a high salaries. So in our research shows that satisfaction with one's major is the strongest predictor of academic persistence. Like you didn't know why you need to study so many courses and you didn't like, and actually you didn't like your major. So low major satisfaction will lead to higher intention to dropping out. So which means not completing higher education, and it will affect their lifetime earnings. And in this page, I will talk about our survey. We design a survey to collect the students' thinking, and we collect the data from 46 undergraduate students. And the age is from 18 to 22, and we use Google Form to collect the data. And in our Google form, we have the two key survey questions, and the first one is how satisfied are you with your current curriculum and career prospects? And we're using 1 to a 5-point scale. And the second one question is we explore whether they had ever serious thought about changing their major or dropping out. And this is our results, and we can see we have in those 46 students, we have 18 students choose the level 3. So I think the average satisfaction is pretty common, but we also have like roughly 12 students fell into the low satisfaction range, and they choose one and two. So I think these low satisfaction students are exactly at the higher risks of the dropping out. And this means they are more likely to not finish their degrees, or which directly impacts their chance of getting higher educational and better salaries in the future. And this is the next one questions chart, and we can see in the last page we talk about the major satisfaction, and this page is talk about the major chance consideration. And we found that roughly 40.5% of students want to change their major. So some of them might feel that their current major will not help them earn a high salary after graduation. So they want to transfer to a major that they believe can help them get a better paying job in the future. However, some students may choose to drop out of the school and start working right away instead. But this decision could have a big impact on their further salary. And we just saw how major satisfaction impacts students' academic stability. And now we have a conclusion of our topic. And first, I think educational attainment truly is the best predictor of your future salary. And this has been confirmed by lots of data. And we found that education itself can boost your productivity, which then increase your salary. And so major satisfaction is actually a critical prerequisite for you to reach higher educational levels. And I think the next steps and further direction is I think I can increase the sample size by collecting more response to improve the survey's reliability. Because we just have the 46 students, so we want to increase the sample size. And I want to conduct a cross-national comparison to see how education salary links different from different countries. And I think I also can add the qualitative interviews to better understand the reasons behind the major dissatisfaction. Thank you. This is end of my topics.
I'm Jay from ECE, and so do you plan on going to masters to increase your salary?
I think I want to. Yes, I want to finish my master degree after I graduated from the college, because I want to earn higher salaries in the future.
I have a question for you. So do you think school rank or one's person experience and skill will affect on their salary more?
Experiences.
Experience and skill versus school rank.
I think the experience and skills are also very important. In my in some page I say that I think the skills you learn from your college or in your courses make your job more effectiveness.
So I'm John, and my question is that are there careers where like education level is not really strongly affected by salary?
Say that.
Are there careers where education level does not really affect the salary?
I think it's because you learn more from your college, or you learn more from your master degree, and you learn the more skills, and you it will make your boss let your boss think you are capable for this job.
Okay, Willie.
Hey, my name is William. I'm WISO affiliated. My question is, what challenges did you face when doing your research?
I think that's like my when this page I talk I want to increase the sample size, and because we just have the 46 students in 46 participants in my research, so I want to increase the sample size. Yes.
I'm Harish. Like, do you think salary depends more on skills or educational degree? Do you think salary depends on skills that you have or educational degree?
I don't think so, because I think maybe someone is think their their degree is not believe they can earn lots of money in the future, so they just dropping out to choose a job, or they just learn the skills and they don't want to study, so maybe they can find a job can earn lots of money in the future.
I'm Melody from YGU. So why do you think so many students are not satisfied with their major now?
I think so many students choose their major. This depends on their parents. So they actually didn't like their major, so they want to dropping out.
Okay, thank you. Now I want to welcome the next speaker, Constantine Lin Boyu.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Constantine, and today I will present my research about how higher education often leads to higher salaries. And this is an outline of the talk. First, I will talk about the introduction and importance of higher education, then research overview, and after that, methods and data collection, key findings and conclusion. Last will be future work and collaboration. So what is higher education? Higher education is education after high school, includes universities and colleges, help develop skills and knowledge. The main idea is people with higher education usually earn more money during their careers. Many people choose higher education because they believe it can improve their future. University education overall provides better job opportunities, higher salaries, and more career stability. However, university life can also create stress and uncertainty for students. This research explores both the benefits and challenges of the educator. And why is this research important? The salary will affect the qualities of your life, and education will impact your job opportunities. And also important for students choosing careers. And the education can help governments improve education policies. And the global trend is the country with more educated workers often have stronger economies. And the relationship between education and salary is higher degrees often lead to better jobs and a better chance to have promotions and to get employed at some specialized careers. And the employers always tend to value trained workers. And these are some common degrees: the bachelor's degree, master's degrees, and doctoral degree. And here are some examples of high-paying fields like engineering, medicine, and computer science. The observation here is specialized education usually increase earning potential. Since this job requires a higher skill set, so people can have a higher salary. And this is my survey method. An online survey was conducted with undergraduate students. Most participants were electrical and communication engineering students, and there are total participants of 42 students. The survey questions included satisfaction with current major, thoughts about changing majors or dropping out, and stress and academic challenges, match between personal skills and major, career uncertainty and future goals. And the purpose is to understand how students feel about their academic choice and future careers. And this research focus on explore whether uncertainty's higher education affects the student motivation or satisfaction with studies or career confidence and long-term educational goals. Widely supports this topic. Even though higher education often leads to higher salaries, students may still struggle with stress and burnout or uncertainty about their career path, whether the job will pay enough or not, and the lack of interest or guidance. The analysis method is percentage comparison and satisfaction analysis and student feedback evaluation. And according to the study, student satisfaction level survey results showed there are 45% of moderate satisfaction and 30% of low satisfaction and 25% of high satisfaction. The interpretation is many students continuing to study because higher education is connected to better job opportunities and higher salaries. And with a higher education, their career future can have more stability. However, moderate satisfaction suggests many students will feel uncertain. And with students considering changing major, there are 59.5% of students consider to changing their major. And I think the main reason is academic pressure and unclear about their career direction. And maybe some people, after studying their major, they want to change their career since they're not interested in it. And maybe they are also facing some difficulty understanding the lessons. The important finding here is students may value the financial benefits of higher education, but uncertainty and stress can still affect their motivation. And here are some main challenges students face. There are 50% of students feel stressed and 38.1% feel heavy workload and 38.1% of lack of interest. And difficulty understanding lesson with 38.1%, and last 21.4% of lack of guidance. The interpretation here is students often stay in higher education because they believe in improves, like employability and salary potential in the future, and the career success. But emotional and academic struggles can reduce engagement. And in conclusion, the study supports the idea that higher education is strongly connected to higher salaries, better career opportunities, and long-term stability. However, many students experience uncertainty and stress. Financial and career benefit alone are not enough for them to go through the university. And recommendation is universities should provide better academic guidance or career counseling and practical learning experience. Maybe some mental health and motivational support too. This can improve both student satisfaction and long-term success. Thank you.
Okay, you can now raise question. Harry.
I'm Harish. Do you think the cost of higher education is worth the salary? Do you think the cost of higher education is worth the salary?
I think the cost of higher education is absolutely worth the higher salary because for many major with higher degrees you can have a better start at the company and a better chance to get in the company.
Then are you planning on studying abroad after graduating, like going back to the US?
I think that is a big decision to make. I'm still considering so many things, so I can't answer that right now. Like whether I will fit in there or maybe Taiwan is better. Maybe I will make the decision like in 2 years or 1 year, but not right now. So.
Sean.
So most participants were electrical engineering students. How could this affect the reliability of the results?
The reliability of this result, I think
Most of them
all from the same major, right? So I think I should include more majors to see the difference in the salaries. That is maybe something I will do in the future.
Vincent.
Hi, I'm Vincent. What's your expected of salary in the future?
My expected salary or what? Like maybe like 100K a month or something like that. Hopefully. Like US dollars.
My name is Henry. So you mentioned students often struggle with stress and uncertainty. So my question is, if you are one of them, how would you overcome?
I think Yunzi University is a stress-free environment, so I don't feel like a lot of stress studying here. It's all like sunshine and rainbow or something like that.
Ready?
I want to ask, does a higher salary always make a better quality of life?
I don't think that is entirely true because sometimes you want a higher salary, you have to work overtime a lot, and it may affect your life. Like you don't have a lot of time to spend with your friends or sleep.
I'm Melody from YZU. So why do you think so many students are not satisfied with their work now? Not satisfied with their work now.
Not satisfied.
With what?
Not satisfied.
Oh, I think the major reason behind that is not enough salary.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to welcome the next speaker, J. 周冠杰.
So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jay, and I'm going to be talking about how artificial intelligence affects students. Based on the research I did with my classmates, Jenny, Benji, and Harry. Today, I'm addressing one of the most critical challenges in modern education, the rapid integration of generative AI. This presentation centers around a core thesis. Without proper application and training, artificial intelligence poses a direct threat to student cognitive development. This is a table of contents of my presentation. Nowadays, like ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot have shifted from study aids to fundamental infrastructure. This rapid change introduces a profound educational dilemma. While AI allows students to synthesize information instantly, it creates a shortcut that can bypass the mental struggle required to build deep conceptual understanding. We will explore this tension through recent empirical evidence, focusing on how uncontrolled reliance can inadvertently harm student learning workflows. To ground this discussion in empirical reality, in 2025, we examined a study conducted at Yunzi University. We surveyed a total of 41 students, primarily from computationally intensive fields like electrical engineering and computer science. The demographics showed that 77.5% of respondents represent technical majors, making them early adopters of these systems. The usage data indicates that AI is no longer a novelty. It is a permanent fixture of student routines, with a major portion using these tools daily. General-purpose models like ChatGPT and specialized tools like GitHub, Copilot dominate their preferences. This provides an ideal baseline to observe how high-frequency usage impact technical skill, development, and problem-solving habits. So first, let us look at why students adopt these tools so eagerly. The study highlights a clear positive trade-off, labeling AI as an efficiency engine. An impressive 72.5% of students reported an improvement in their academic grades by the help of integrating AI. By outsourcing repetitive tasks like fixing code syntax or formatting, students can finish assignments much faster. From a pure productivity standpoint, the tools deliver immediate procedural success. However, this quantitative jump in performance outcomes conceals a hidden cost. It decouples high grades from actual mastery, setting the stage for what researchers define as the dependency paradox. This brings us to the core thread supporting our thesis, which is the dependency paradox. While over 70% see a boost in grades, 46.2% of those same students admit to diminished critical thinking engagement. This means that while the quality of work handed in improves, the internal processing inside the student mind drops. The survey shows that students rely heavily on AI for completing whole assignments rather than just brainstorming or starting research. When students rely on algorithmic generation to bypass the productive struggle of writing or coding, they miss out on structural learning, leading to a shallower conceptual grasp of their material. And to understand how this harm occurs psychologically, we look at the cognitive load theory. Effective education requires managing different mental loads. AI safely handles extraneous load, like fixing minor syntax bugs. However, it crosses a dangerous line when it eats into germane load, which is the active mental effort dedicated to build long-term memory schemas. This triggers cognitive atrophy. Because a student can generate a flawless response or a working piece of code instantly, they develop a false confidence that they understand the subject matter. When placed in a novel situation without internet access or an LLM prompt box, they often show an inability to independently problem solve. Beyond the cognitive risks, improper use inflicts ethical harm due to an institutional integrity gap. A significant 55% of the survey students explicitly requested formal guidelines on AI usage. In the absence of proactive, clear rules, students find themselves operating in a precarious ethical gray zone. Their motivations are largely pragmatic, trying to survive intense workloads rather than malicious deception. Yet, because current detection tools are notoriously unreliable and easily bypassed, a culture of anxiety emerges. Students submit AI-assisted assignments, secure top marks, but remain entirely unsure of the legitimacy of their methods. The data proves that ignoring or outright banning AI is no longer a functional option for universities. Such restrictions fails on a practical level and runs counter to modern digital policies like Taiwan's Artificial Intelligence Fundamental Act. Therefore, the role of institutions must pivot completely from policing to proactive pedagogy. Educators must actively train students in 3 specific capabilities. First, validating AI outputs to protect against hallucinations. Second, transparently disclosing how tools were used. And third, preserving their critical human voice within automated workflows. We must guide students away from using AI as an intellectual crutch converting them instead into critical human collaborators. In conclusion, the experiment highlights that while AI is an incredibly powerful efficiency engine, its unguided adoption inflicts real harm, leading to measurable critical thinking declines. To reverse this trend, engineering curriculums should change. We should redesign assessments away from tasks that an AI can easily solve, shifting toward oral examinations, complex synthesized projects, and interactive in-class problem solving. The future of education relies on managing this tool safely. As the research succinctly summarizes, the future of higher education lies not in banning the tool, but in training the user. Thank you for listening.
I'm Benji from electrical engineer. So I'm wondering what AI tools you use most frequently.
The AI tools I use most frequently is probably Grammarly or Google Gemini or ChatGPT.
I'm Benjamin, and you say that your AI is a shortcut for a student. And as an electrical engineering student, do you think coding for learning with AI tools is a good idea or a bad idea? Because some people thought that coding using AI tool is a bad idea for learning, because you don't need to think how to code the way you want.
For me personally, I think it's a good idea because it depends on how the user uses it. So if I use AI to generate a code and I actually understand how it works, this helps me. But if I only use the AI to generate the code and submit it for homework, I learn nothing. So it depends on how the user.
So I want to ask, do you think we should use more? We have to. Do you think we should rely more on AI in the future, or we have to know the limits to using AI may impact on if we use it so if we use it every day and stuff, so this may impact on the law of things. So we don't even use teachers and stuff. So do you think we should have a limit to using AI?
Yes, I think there definitely should be a limit. And it is true that using AI is a lot more faster and convenient for us to learn new stuff, but I still don't think AI could replace teachers, because when we use AI, we don't know if the source is reliable or not. We still have to check it. So
sometimes the teacher uses AI I won't say
then I guess that's when the teacher actually knows the stuff and he uses AI to make his work more sufficient.
My name is William, and where is you affiliated? So my question is, what's the long-term impact of AI on students? What do you think is the long-term impact of AI on students?
In Taiwan or like so students in Taiwan or like the grades in general? Right now, I think it's not that positive because in Taiwan, I think most of the students use AI just to complete tasks. So it's not a really positive thing to, to learn by using AI. So right now, I think it's not a positive thing.
Jenny from did you face any problems during making this study?
Yes, because I just I was told by my friend Benjamin that this presentation is held today on this Wednesday.
Okay, thank you. And now I would like to welcome the final speaker for this session, York Ye Yihao.
Hello, my name is York, and today I'm going to talk about the impact of sleep deprivation on students' learning ability. I think most students can relate to this topic because many of us stay up late to study, finish assignment, play games, scroll social media, or even watch video. And sometimes we feel like sleeping less gives us more time to work. But actually, research shows that lack of sleep can seriously reduce our ability to learn, focus, and remember information. So today I'm talking about how common sleep deprivation is among students, how sleep affects the brain and memory, and its impact on academic performance and health, and some ways students can improve their sleep habits. First, let's look at how common this problem is. According to the statistics, only 11% of college students get enough sleep consistently, and 73% students experience sleep problems sometimes. That means most students are not getting enough rest. I think there are many reasons for this: school pressure, exam, part-time job, and especially phone usage before sleeping. I think many students today sleep late without realizing how much it affects their body and brain. This slide shows the relationship between sleep quality and GPA. And students with better sleep quality had higher GPAs, with students with poor sleep quality had lower academic performance. For example, students with very good sleep had an average GPA of 3.28, but students with fairly bad sleep dropped to around 2.88. And another interesting point is that over 40% of students need more than 30 minutes to fall asleep. So When students don't sleep well, they usually feel tired during class, lose focus easily, and become less motivated to study. So sleep quality clear has a strong connection with academic success. This slide focuses on insomnia. Researchers use something called the insomnia severity index to measure sleep problems. These results show that students with moderate insomnia had lower GPAs compared to students with normal sleep patterns. When students cannot sleep properly, they often feel tired during daytime. This affects concentration, memory, and learning efficiency. It can also create a bad cycle. For example, students become stressed because of grade, and stress causes poor sleep, and poor sleep causes even worse academic performance. Now let's talk about memory. Memory has three important stages. Acquisition means learning new information, and consolidation is when the brain organizes and store information. This stage mainly happen during sleep, and recall means remembering information later, like during an exam. So even if students study for many hours without enough sleep, the brain cannot properly store the information. That's why students sometimes study all night but still forgetting during tests. Sleep is actually an important part of learning, not a waste of time. And it explains what happens inside the brain when we don't sleep enough. First, sleep deprivation affects the hippocampus, and which is the part of the brain responsible for memory. And second, enough sleep, the brain cannot process information efficiently. Third, sleep also helps remove toxic waste from the brain. When sleep is insufficient, this harmful substance can accumulate. So sleep is much more important than just feeling rest. It directly affects brain health and function. So next is, and sleep deprivation also affects thinking and emotion. Students who don't sleep enough often lose focus and read slowly and become emotionally unstable. For example, they may feel more stressed or impatient. Decision-making ability also becomes weaker. So this means students may struggle to solve problems and stay focused in class and make good judgment. So lack of sleep doesn't only affect grade. It also affects daily behavior and mental condition. And to summarize the overall academic impact, students with chronic sleep deprivation usually perform worse in subjects like math and reading, writing. Many students think they can recover by sleeping longer on weekends, but research shows that catching up on sleep during weekend cannot completely fix the damage. In fact, irregular sleep schedule may even disturb the body clock more. Studies also show the sleep quality is one of the strongest predictors of academic success. So have a good sleep habit is actually very important for long-term performance. Sleep deprivation also causes health problems mentally. It is related to anxiety, depression, stress, and emotional instability. Physically, it can weaken the immune system and increase the risk of disease like diabetes, obesity, and heart disease. Students who don't sleep enough may also feel tired all the time and lose motivation. So sleep affects not only learning ability but overall quality of life. And this slide shows the recommended sleep hour for different age groups. Teenagers should sleep around 8 to 10 hours every night. Young adults should sleep around 7 to 9 hours, but I think the student in Yuanzi University is sleep much less because of the homework, entertainment, and using cell phone time. Getting enough sleep helps improve the concentration, memory, emotion control, and the overall brain recovery. So maintaining proper sleep duration is extremely important. Here's some simple strategies students can follow. So first, try to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. Second, reduce phone or screen usage before bedtime because blue light affects us eyes. So next, avoid caffeine at night. And first, keep the sleeping environment quiet and comfortable. So even in class daily time, short nap during the daytime can also help. Regular exercise help too. This habit may seem simple, but they can greatly improve sleep quality and learning efficiency. To conclude, sleep deprivation is a very serious issue among students today. It affects memory, concentration, emotion, health, and academic performance. Many students think sacrifice sleep helps them study more, but actually it often reduces learning efficiency. Sleep is not waste time. It is an important part of successful learning and health living. So I hope everyone can pay more attention to their sleep habit and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Thank you.
Oh, my name is Trevor from ACE. So I wanted to ask I feel like you generalized probably everything. So my question is like, is there any way, maybe an advice to UNZ University administration on how we can improve the sleep stresses and all that?
My personal thing is if I sleep well, I have more time to focus on class. But if I maybe play video game all night or watching cell phone all night, and I won't go class tomorrow. So I think sleep well is influence the quality of GPA.
Hi, I'm Vincent. And do you think the less sleep time but better quality of sleep will have a better learning performance than long sleep time but terrible quality of sleep?
I just use Chinese to.
你觉得就是短时间，但是睡觉品质好的，比说那个长时间睡，但睡觉品质可能没那么好，学习成效你觉得哪一个会比较好一点？
I think the first thing is better because your quality is good, but sleep time is less, and you sleep alone, but your quality is not well. So I think the first thing is maybe good, better. Yes.
My name is Murphy, and I'm from Yuanzhi. And do you think schools should start later to help students get enough sleep? Why or why not?
I think yeah, I think I will agree because if the class time late, I can sleep more and I will focus on class. Yes.
One more question.
Can you louder? I can hear.
What's N for like key findings? N equals 54. What's N?
What is N?
Oh, you mean this was mean?
Is that
What is
Yes, yeah.
Can you go to the last page? What's PHQ9?
I don't know.
So this is the end of our third session. You guys can take a rest for 15 minutes. Please come back before 45.
Because we end up the session late, right? The break has been extended, so instead of 2:30, it's now 2:45 we start. So you guys have a 15-minute break.
碰到我了，不要走。Don't touch me. I feel like you.
那为什么我的名字在一起？
这是你答案。那你的口味应该是 S。
这么快？这是什么用？你刚刚这样来。我先帮你的平安分。
给他海底捞啊！
海底捞。
我现在要决定问一个很深度的问题。是大使，第一个是大使的小说。那你最新的简报长怎样？好奇。我传到那个你要看我简报，你要开始生成问题了。我要跟你先健康跟我讲。
没事，我已经开，我在想说为什么我的档案名字还是还是你存到哪？你刚刚不是说你在听的时候在做你是用什么做？
我传到 Pro 啊。等我一下。我不知道怎么把它传到这里。就这样的。
然后你就从这个，
我看一下。
SVG 或者怎么会抽出来
？S4 应该是你说你的问题是吗？
你要帮我教啊！这边我那个13788，可我这边怎么还是抽这个？我已经没说在抽。
啊，我觉得这样。
一群不要抽。哇，跟这边你走。
下面。
如果是从 USB 这样过去，说这边，对啊，从我的 USB 那边 copy 过来，所以下载是这样。我这边没有，我是从我的 USB 这样子切过来。
那可能是 USB。我的意思，可以帮我这样。3点半海底捞晚上。3点半海底捞洗手。你现在你是在海底捞啊？你现在去也到不了。开西门还是说海底捞？我靠，蛋糕2000吧。海底捞不是很便宜的，不要买。